In PowerPoint, if you want to create an area chart, you need to go to Insert, then click on Chart, select an area chart, which is right below bar chart. Let's select this first chart type, click OK. Let me put the chart to the side. I'm going to copy and paste these sample values into my chart. This is how an area chart looks like in PowerPoint. PowerPoint connects the two data points with a straight line instead of a smooth curve. So we can't really get a nice smooth curve. Also, there is no option PowerPoint gives us that converts this jagged looking chart into a nice smooth looking curve. The closest we can get is with a line chart, which looks like this. If you have watched my previous video, you will get a detailed tutorial of how to create this chart, so I'm not going to repeat that here. Please click on the link in the description to watch that tutorial, or if you are on a laptop or a desktop, you can click on this link in the top right corner. Now this chart is an XY scatter chart, and I have selected this second chart. My values are exactly same from the previous chart. I want my values to be connected smoothly in a curve format like this. But the problem with XY scatter chart is I can't fill in a color under the curve. So if I click on this chart in this area and try to add a color by clicking on some color in shape fill, it just fills the entire chart area with the color, which is not what we want. So although the curve is exactly what we want, there is no option to add a color under the curve. So in this video, I want to show you how you can create an area chart that looks like this. So let's begin. Let's start by copying our line chart onto a new slide. Then I'm going to create a rectangle and place it for our first category from 0 to 1, and we'll repeat this process for rest of our categories. So we need 1, 2, 3 and 4 more rectangles. I'm just going to duplicate this rectangle like so and keep a little space between two of them. The third one needs to go until this midpoint here. I'm going to select all my rectangles, remove the outline. I'm going to increase my transparency so we can see behind the rectangles and match these rectangles correctly. Then I'm going to select all of these and make sure that the spacing between them is even. So under shape format menu, click on align and click on distribute horizontally. This will evenly space them out. Next, I'm going to select the chart alone and not the rectangles. Copy it, Ctrl C, go to home menu, click on paste option in the top left corner, click on paste special, then select this option called picture enhance meta file, click OK, then right click, ungroup this by clicking on group and then clicking on ungroup, click on yes, do that one more time. Let's remove all these extra shapes that we don't need, like this blank rectangle. We don't need our vertical axis, so I'm going to select these values and delete them. Then let's remove the line for the vertical axis, remove the grid lines. We don't need these numbers, so select them and press delete. We also don't need these circle markers, so select them one by one and delete them. We do need these labels, but not right now. So I'm going to select them, group them, and move them to the left-hand side for later use. Oops, I forgot to remove this circle, so let me just delete that. Now this is no longer a chart, but a regular PowerPoint shape. To prove that, let me go to shape fill and pick a color, and you will notice that it's a shape. Let's undo that. For the next step, I'm going to select these rectangles and paste them onto my newly created shape, adjust its position, then select these rectangles as well as the chart shape, go to shape format, click on merge shapes, then click on fragment. Let's remove all these unwanted shapes. So now what's left is these individual shapes. So we need to color them. Before that, let's remove the transparency. So let me select all of them and make the transparency to 0. There are a few shapes left in between these shapes. We need to remove those. So the easiest way to do that is first select these main shapes and then drag your mouse over those so that they get deselected and what's behind the chart remains. So we can select that and press delete. Let's color our shapes one by one. So the first one is blue, so that's fine. The next one can be orange. This one can be this yellow. Let's color this lighter blue, and the last one can be green. Let's bring our labels into the picture. Now I'm going to place them horizontally instead of next to our curve. So let me ungroup those and then place them one by one under their respective shapes. So this is the basic process. We have a few more things we need to do. So we need to add a chasm or a gap in between early adopters and early majority. So I'm going to select these two shapes along with their labels and move them to the left hand side. That creates a mismatch with our curvature. So we need this curve to continue smoothly. So I'm going to select these remaining three shapes, group them, and then increase their size until the curvature matches like so. Next, let's add vertical lines. Let me make them dashed lines. So under shape outline, click on dashes and select this dashed line. Let's add arrows. I'm going to color this dark gray with no outline. Duplicate that and then flip it horizontally. I'm going to label this the chasm. Make it bold. If we wanted, we could have also added the percentages. So in our original chart, this innovators is supposed to be 2.5, then 13.5 and so on. So I'm just going to add them under each of these labels. Let me add the vertical axis label as well. I'm going to call this adoption rate. Let's delete the table. Let me group everything and we are done. Let's say we wanted to convert this into an area chart. So the process is same. Select your chart, place it on a new slide, add the rectangles matching each of these categories. Let's distribute these rectangles horizontally so there is even spacing between them. For the next step, select your chart, paste it as an enhanced meta file. So go to home menu, click on paste special, click on picture enhanced meta file, click OK. Ungroup your enhanced meta file twice. Remove these unwanted labels. We do need these category labels, so select them and save them for later. We don't need these circles for the markers, so remove them. Now we got our chart in the right format. However, the key difference between this one and the previous one is our line is not closed. So if you just select this line and go to shape fill and pick a color, you will see the fill only works like this way. We want this fill to extend all the way up to this horizontal axis. So the fix for that is right click on this line, click on edit points. Let's zoom in, then click on this last point, right click on this point, click on add point, then drag this point all the way up to this horizontal axis. Then right click on this line and click on straight segment. Let's make this 90 degrees by shifting this slightly. At any point, if you accidentally click outside of this line like this, you will be out of the edit mode. To go back, just right click on the line again and click on edit points and you will go right back into the edit mode. So I'm happy with this line. Now if I were to select this line and give this a color, you will see I got this chart exactly the way I want it. So the next step is same as the previous chart. I'm going to select my rectangles, Paste those onto this newly created chart, make some minor adjustments, then select the chart and the rectangle. Go to shape format, click on merge shapes, click on fragment, remove all these extra shapes. Go to the formatting option for these shapes, change the transparency back to 0%, color them uniquely with different colors. Remove these extra shapes in between. It's time to add the labels. This time I'm going to add them right next to the curve itself. We need the label for the vertical axis. I'm going to pick this one. And we are done. The process was slightly different for open curves, so make sure that you close them before you convert them into different shapes. So I hope you found this useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for future videos, and I will catch you next time.